All right, welcome back. We are in the final stages of the complete project here. So what I'm doing now is we're mixing our base coat, okay? 50-50 mixture, 1-to-1 like I always say. All right, putting a little bit more reducer in it, looked a little thick. Then we're gonna go ahead and put 3 coats of base on the top here. And on the door jambs, we're probably gonna get away with two coats because there's no primer work to cover. It's already green. So we're just gonna put 2 coats in the door jamb area. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you full length painting here for a couple of minutes. Watch the way I lay the paint here. Before we do that, we make sure we blew it off and we're going to tack everything down. Okay, and remember, you could always tack before your base coat, in between base coats, and right before your clear coat. Okay, you never tack between clear coats, all right, because clear coat, once you start laying it, it gets wet and tacky and you just want to keep shooting clear on it, right? So quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and give this thing a first light coat. Okay, just get some of the primer areas, and because it's so small, we're just going to go over the whole thing, give everything a green coat here, right? If it was a big car with a lot of, you know, red area, we would just most likely cover the primer areas first, but you know, this is just such a small area here, we're just going to paint everything one coat. Okay, and I'm at about 27 to 28 psi here, spraying with our Warwick 980 high volume low pressure. And if you're looking for a great affordable spray gun that's basically a clone of the Sada spray guns for about 1/3 price, then check out the Warwick 980 at the shop, learnautobodyandpaint.com/shop, and take a look at this gun. It's an incredible spraying gun and I love it. Alright, so we're going to finish up painting here. I'm going to refill the gun in just a bit, and we're going to continue on the 3rd coat. So I didn't video the 2nd coat because it's the same process. Then we're going to go over right now with the 3rd coat. Final coat here. It's gonna, as you see, it's gonna be nice and green by now. Okay, so final coat of green. We're gonna let that set up for about 20 minutes, tack it down, mix our clear coat, and then shoot our clear. So enjoy watching for the next couple of minutes. Then I'll be back on voiceover here to explain the process. Thanks. So all we're doing here is giving the door jambs 2 quick coats of green. It's already green, so we don't have to go crazy laying the base coat on. We just want to dust it, put the new fresh paint on it, and we're good to go with clear coating. So while I'm waiting for 1 coat to set up, I'm going to go ahead and mix our USC01 Cosmic Clear that we're using here from House of Color. Great stuff, by the way, if you're looking for a good clear coat. Very high gloss, low dieback, which means it doesn't really get dull after a couple of weeks. But even if it does, and if you're using cheaper clears, you could always color sand it and buff it to Pro Gloss. Okay, that's the secret. So we're going to add a little bit of flake here because we did have flake in the rest of our car, right? So we want to try to match it up a little bit. And again, if it seems light on flake during your 2nd coat, just add another coat on it. You know, you could always adjust the clear coat. And we're going to clean out the gun here with our green base. We're going to wash it out, clean it all out with thinner. Then put our clear coat in and put 2 coats of heavy clear across all of our panels. So this is, I'm just showing you real time here on how I clean out my guns and what I do here, just to show you the process, you know. So enjoy. And like I said, before clear coat, you can always tack down your base coat on the final job, right? So our base is dry here, we're ready for clear coat. We're just going to give it one last tack, take all the dust off, a little bit of the overspray, and then we're going to lay our clear coat. It's going to look really good. So when spraying with clear coat, we want to make sure we're at about 29 to 30 psi, right? A little higher pressure than base coat because we want that clear to atomize really well and get a high gloss and lay it on really nice and glossy. You can see the way I'm laying it on here. I'm not afraid to lay the clear coat on, right? We're getting it nice and glossy. We're going to make sure to get the inner areas as well because we don't want to have any dry spots. So watch the way I spray this clear and enjoy the process. Okay, laying our final coat of clear here. Just making sure the first coat came out really nice and glossy. Now this 2nd coat is really going to just float on really nice and it's going to look amazing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and finish up our second coat on our roof and door jambs. Then we'll open the present. You know, I always said that unmasking a taped up car is like opening up a Christmas present. You know, you're peeling it back and looking at the new paint job. It's a really fun time to just take all this paper off, because you know most of your hard work is done. It's just a little detail work you got to do now. So you can see how I masked this up to do the inner trunk jam here. Right, and initially I wasn't going to paint it, but after the outside paint job came out so well, I was like, man, let me just do the trunk jam as well, you know. And because I molded the body kit into the side skirts, I had to do the door jambs as well to blend the paint job in. So the car is looking really, really good. The only next step after this is to do some final detail work. You know, clean up the moldings, the rubber weather stripping, install them, and do some final color sanding and buffing. And color sanding buffing can always be done months down the road. You don't have to do it right away. You could let your paint and clear coat cure for a couple of months, then decide to say, hey, you know, I want to do my color sanding and buffing now. Or you could wait a week and just bang it all out at once. You know, it doesn't really matter. So at this point in making these videos for you, I didn't even color sand the car yet. I still have to do that. So once I have a little bit more time, I'm going to go ahead and finish the recording process on this Miata. You know, color sand it out for you, buff it out, and show you how the final product looks. But you can see, you know, what it looks like as of now. It came out really good. And if you're really interested in color sanding and buffing, I urge you to check out the rest of the series in the VIP course. I do color sanding and buffing in the other Miata, the BMW project, the RAV4 project, all the other projects. I have the color sanding and buffing steps and series for you. So be sure to check those out if this one is not done yet. Now, right here, I'm putting the molding in. You can see that you have to push one side in first to get it in the little groove there. And then we're going to use our screwdriver to just pinch it back in, because it's kind of like a pinch stud. You can see that has to fold into the metal lip there. Okay, and that's all you do. And if you just take a look at some weather strippings, you'll be able to see how it mounts on. So we're putting the bottom in here now. And then what we're doing next is, if you remember earlier in the series, I said that these lenses, the outer area, the black was all faded. So I masked the lens up itself and I sprayed it with a little bit of black plastic dip. And you can see that it's going to come out really nice. It's going to be like a flat black. Same thing, I'm cleaning the door moldings, the weather stripping here before I install it. And here's another trick. Use triple O or quadruple O Brillo to clean up stainless steel or chrome. It comes out really nice. We're going to add some two-way tape to the bottom of this door sill. Right, because it originally had it. We took the old stuff off, put some new stuff on, and we're going to mount our stainless steel door scuff plates here on the new painted door jambs. It looks really good. Then we're going to peel back our lenses, and the lenses you could always color sand and buff as well. I didn't do that yet. And you can see how the process looks. And then we're going to put on our door panels. And again, the final step is color sanding and buffing the outside of the paint job. And I'm going to show you that after I actually render and make those series. So I hope you enjoyed the Miata series. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.